Okay, it's the second time I'm doing this. I'm going to do something for my chosen ones right now because, you know, you sometimes can't tell your ops what's going on, right? You don't want to. So I'm gonna do it for them all across the board here, right? So they're coming into this season, right? They're coming in this season. They think that they bore you down financially, right? And they're trying to come in and infiltrate your camp, right? They think that you can get you off balance. They can get in your head that way, right? And make you feel kind of like trapped and stuff, that you're unable to provide for yourself. But they don't realize you all have assets that are so off the grid that they don't even know about, right? It's not assets that were done illegally or maliciously. No, it's stuff that you've squirreled away, right? And they've wasted their resources trying to come at you and wait for you to run out of resources, and then you'd leave, right? Trying to get you out in the open, unable to provide for yourself, all that, right? They ran out of resources. The only thing they could do was to pull a Trojan horse, right? Throw you off balance and stuff like that. They'll come in close and all these things, right? But they don't realize you have resources upon resources that they don't even know about. And that's the beautiful part of it, guys, is that you're comfortable right where you're at, and you can stay comfortable. And it's like trying to smoke a person out, right? Light fire to their house, and they'll leave and stuff. No, you don't have to do any of that, guys. You have resources, and you know it, and you ain't telling nobody because they're yours, right? You didn't get them any other kind of way besides with your own two pair of hands the right way, right? And you don't share everything, and they're really trying to get close to you because they can't figure it out. They cannot figure it out how you're lasting it. Thing is, you have been so prepared for this season that you won it before they even stepped in the ring. Yeah, for real. You've won it before they even stepped in the ring. They think getting close to you is going to throw you off balance and mess with you. They probably tap your stuff, try to hack, all this other. Really what it comes down to is that they're obligated, right? They obligated themselves to doing something, and they really want to try to prove that they can. They lost before they stepped in the ring, because there shouldn't have been a ring. Should have been left alone. You should have just been left alone. And I know Spirit and God told him, leave this child alone. Leave him alone. They don't believe who you are. They don't believe how strong you are, how powerful you are, how well protected and taken care of you are. They don't. They cannot understand it. And they're making a last-ditch effort trying to throw you off balance, right? It's not going to work. It's not. So I'm going to tell them for you. Ops, you're not going to get these kids. You're not going to get God's chosen. You're not. No, it don't matter what they project into the world as them being good people. They're not a good person. They're not. It's kind of like this. If you invite them into your home, right? Say, hey, I got to use the bathroom real quick. They'll grab an item of yours, right? And they'll keep it, so when they need to do spell work or anything against you, they have it. See, when you invite this type of person into your home, you invite disaster into your home. You might seem like you're buddy and you're all together in this, you're united and this and that, but you don't realize you're giving him the ammunition to use against you down the road, right? See, this type of person thrives off of information about people to use against them, and to pin like I had this one. Somebody tried to make it look like I had this money, like I had taken it, or I was sitting on a stack pile of money, right? Like I was just like I was like some spy or some real like whacked out methamphetamine addict paranoia type thinking, right? And they even had 3 spirits show up into my home. 3 astrals, seriously. I caught them and I found them, right? And it was just funny that they literally had lied to a practitioner. They lied to a practitioner, dude. That I was this weird, dude sitting on a pile full of money, and that I had done something, stole money from some whacked out storyline, right? But what do you expect when they run on drugs and they run in that universe and, sex magic, all this other whacked out ways of thinking, right? But see, this is your season. This is your reaping season. This is your season of not giving an F's, not giving an F's about anyone, because they are literally at their last little bit. These people owe money. They have their career on the line. Whatever they were doing behind the scenes to copy you, it's not working anymore. So, just know that you have the resources to last anything out. Especially when you have God. When you have God, you have everything. God's just showing you who all the enemies are and how far they will really go to try and accomplish something that they'll never accomplish. And that's true fact. That's true fact. But see, that's what they do, right? They'll lie and they'll do all this stuff to get people going against you, dude. And that puts how many people's lives on the line, ultimately. They will do that. They're like, you go to the bathroom, they'll take an item, and then when they can't use you no more, or they want to pin one person against you, they want to pin another person against you, they have the info to do it, right? Because they got close, and that's how they maneuver. So when you invite someone in your home like that, especially if you're doing witchcraft or dark magic with them, they're just using you, dude. And when you're expendable to every person this person comes across, you're expendable. Every person that he or she comes across and unites together becomes expendable, because it's all about them, as long as they get it done. They'll send you down the river real quick. They'll throw you under the bus. They were trying to throw me under the bus when they don't even know me. They just know I just like to be by myself. See, I don't care. I really don't care what people think they can do to me, because they can't. And I can say that with the whole heart. They can't. They'll try to confuse you and make you like the guy who came, I explained that in a previous video. But literally, like, it was gonna confuse me. Like, there was a whole bunch of different reasons why he had done this, right? A whole bunch of multifaceted, because if he goes anywhere, he's there for a purpose, right? And sometimes it has multi-facets to it. See, I'm hip to the game. I'm hip to what he's trying to do. So it doesn't worry me. It doesn't worry me because I'm hip. I know. You ain't getting nowhere with me. Just know that, guys. They're not going to get anywhere with you. So I'm telling them right now, you have the resources to outlast any part of their onslaught. And anyways, they won't be able to do an onslaught because you don't give two Fs. You really don't. You don't give two Fs at all about the people that do that. You don't. You stood your ground. You let them know where you stand. And there is an amount of slander in this world, ops sent against you, know nothing, that will take you down. Because you're that strong. God has made you strong as iron, and iron sharpens iron. He has. So you won't lose sleep. They'll look like idiots are trying to attack you in your sleep. Grown people attacking people in their sleep. And then they trying to make it look like you're a predator, like you're some kind of weirdo. They're trying to make you look like you are when they're off doing the weirdo things. You get, isn't that kind of like you know what I'm saying? Whatever they're doing, they're trying to project onto you. You get what I'm saying? They're doing it and they're trying to project it onto you. They're the weirdos in a dark room, hanging out with a bunch of other people trying to do stuff to you while you're off on your own, being yourself, living it up, doing God's work, right? Working for the universe. And they're off doing the weirdo stuff. And they're trying to make you look like you're a weirdo. Crazy, huh? Isn't that crazy how that works? Trying to make you look like the weirdo when they're off doing the weirdo stuff. Trying to prove you're a weirdo. Crazy, right? But these are the type of people that are... But what do you expect this late in the game, right? They won't win. They're like they're like the Denver Broncos. No, excuse me. They're like the Bengals down by, up by 30, and we're the Denver Broncos down by 47, right? Down by 47. So that's like 77 points. And you're John Elway, right? And you're all back in the red zone, right? With 10 minutes left on the game. And you're just throwing touchdown after touchdown. I mean, just like 77 points in 10 minutes. That's who you are. And they don't realize that yet. They're trying to step in the ring with you. And they haven't learned by now not to mess with you. They haven't learned yet. That just shows they're so obligated to so many other people. They're owned by other people. And they're off sitting here trying to own other people. When they're owned by like 10 or 20 people, they owe people. They own people. I mean, they owe people. So hence they're owned by people. I don't owe a single person in this world nothing besides God. Nothing. I'm not accountable to anyone but God. That's the way I live my life. I live upright and justly every day. That's how you do. So you're not obligated to anyone. You don't have to explain anything to anyone at all in this world but God. And they are not God. They might try to act like it, but they're not God. Point blankety blank. They're so delusional, they walk around thinking they are gods. And even if that's the case, there is one Almighty in this universe, and that is our Father God in heaven right now. Even if you want to play on that side of the street, yeah, if we're gods, we're still created by something, right? We didn't just like that. Energy just doesn't come out of nothing. Something has to produce energy, right? Something has to produce energy. Energy just doesn't come out of that, or else we'd have infinite amount of energy. We would never have to pay another dollar for electricity. So don't let them get in your head. Stand your ground. Let them know you see them. And you're tired of seeing them. You're tired of their stagnant, dense, low energy trying to cling on to your coattails. So I'm going to say it for you. You're tired of it. But you know what? You can outlast any battle. Especially with God in your corner. With Jesus Christ as your right-hand man. Oh my gosh, I'm saying you are John Elway with the Denver Broncos down by 40, and they're 30 plus. That's 70 points in the freaking black, or in the red. Excuse me. Anyways, 10 minutes left. You know how many touchdowns that is? They think come in, they're gonna win. We have all this set up. It's a definite. Sorry, we got our God, and this is Elway here. Yeah, have a good day, you know. That's just who you are, guys. See, they sat back so long underestimating you, but when it came time to estimate you, when it came to be legit, they were too far back, but that's God's plan. That's how God wins the game, dude. It's how God pushes us through and gets it done. Set back, fiddle farting around, underestimating, spending all their resources, owing people left and right, becoming their slave, right? When it came down to getting the job done, right, that they tried doing, it wasn't going to work anyways because you're chosen to win. You were chosen to win. I don't think they understand what the word chosen, what that means, right? Like they don't have Google. They don't have Google to look up what chosen is. They could have Googled it and saved themselves some time. So I say all this for you guys because I know you want to say it. I know you want to say it so much. I know you want to say it, and you might be fearful of coming off egotistical, prideful, that you're full of yourself. You might be afraid that you might project that to the world and then they'll look at you in a different light. I'm here to say it for you guys. You are chosen. You were chosen to win this battle. They spend their resources, people's lives. They owe people left and right. All trying to take you down. They underestimate you. Then when the estimate came back, and it said who you really were, they were so far behind they can't get ahead. That's how us chosen ones are. And they could have just Googled, begin with. And how many times have you walked all through life, right? Especially in this last 5 years, saying, I'm chosen by God. And you said it to them over and over again. Don't do it, I'm chosen, this is who I am. And they still tried. But they could have just Googled up, what does chosen mean? Oh, karma, all this new age. Yeah, get with the time, come up to date. You know, yeah, guys. Yeah, huh? See, my cat even says it. Yeah, it's done. It's dusty. This is not ego. This is none of that. No, it's just like sheer fact now. You can outlast, outdo, outmaneuver all that without even building a sweat, dude. Just know that. As long as you're doing good and you keep focused and going and you don't, like a lot of them want you to fall into drugs and alcohol. If you were addicted to drugs or alcohol in the past, they're going to put people in there to try to clip you, trying to get you to fall into that, right? Setting up the scenario to you to fall into, right? But if you don't and you walk past it, takes the power away. What if out of nowhere, that one girl you really cared about that hurt you in the past, and she did it over and over again like that narcissist, and she shows up, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry. Pass her up. That's a trap, right? And if they ask to project into your home and do all that stuff, trying to scare you, get up and make a sandwich, dude. Then go back to sleep. You know, and if they're in your dream state, pray out to call out to Jesus. Jesus will come and snatch them right out of their shoes. See, all this stuff that we've learned, I've learned the hard way, guys. I've learned the hard way over a decade, right? Finally, I got tired of it and said, you know what? This is who I am. If you don't like it, you don't deserve to be in my sphere, dude. You don't. You don't love someone. You don't care. You're heartless. You know what I mean? Like, I look at the information and the proof I have found in people, all right? And I've learned how to protect my energy. I've learned how to be offensive, defensive, stand my ground, stay in the moment, wait for God to show up. I've learned it all, guys. And I'm giving you this nugget right here because these people that are after you owe a lot of people. And if they can't get it done, that's their stuff. Don't think about that. If they can't get it done, oh, you might get hurt. No, that's their stuff, all right? They stepped in the mud puddle. They stepped in the poop, knowing it was there, and they're trying to wipe it off with your hand. No, it's not happening anymore, guys. This season, we're standing our ground and saying, no more. I see you, and you owe people. You owe this and that. You're trying to come back around. No. That's your stuff. My side of the street, I made clean. I made my side of the street clean, and it took me a long time. So you're not going to come in here and mess with my momentum, with my peace, my home, my happiness, my connection with the divine. You're not messing with it. It's simple as that. You know? It's simple as that. You come too far. You've worked too hard for some goons to come in and try to blindside you. Don't fall for their tricks. It's old, it's dusty, and they run on one narrative to have you fall in the trap so they can say, oh, I told you so, when they're setting up the traps themselves. But you know what? The thing is, those who set up those traps do that themselves also, so they'll be snared in their own traps. It's in the Bible, Proverbs, baby. What? But yeah, they're really trying to go above and beyond. They've exhausted all of their resources. They've exhausted everything. And they can't figure it out. When you told them the entire time, I'm chosen, don't do it. A whole warning label you put across, even to your ops, you tried saving them. You literally tried telling your ops, don't do it, I'm chosen, don't do this, you're gonna hurt yourselves. Don't do this, stop punching yourself, stop punching yourself. You told them the entire time. But do they listen to you? No, because they're all in. This is like sink or swim. It's not gonna work, guys. Know that. Know it. You've been through a lot. I feel your pain, people. I feel your pain. Right now, don't go spending a buttload of money on stuff. Don't be taking a new girlfriend out over and over again, because they do that little thing too. They'll send a good girl in to love bomb you, and then you want to take her out and buy her everything, right? Then it runs through your money, and then you want to stay home and not go to work, right, with her. She gets paid to do nothing but sit there and spend time with you, so you can drain your bank account, and then she can get information on you. This is the season of no F's, dude. The no give up. Really. If you feel it, that means you know it. God's giving you that discernment. God's giving you that gut to just say, not today, Satan. No, not today. Not tomorrow. I keep doing what I'm doing today. You ain't going to visit me tomorrow. Know that, guys. They're spinning the block, whatever they say, they spin the block trying to figure another way. And they spent all their resources. And you know what? They probably spent a lot of the resources so they look cool, right? That's the thing. Like, oh, give me 20K, I'll do this. They'll spend the entire 20K on looking cool and hip slick and not even pay their bills, right? Not pay anything at all. And they'll just blow their $20,000 on whatever. And then they'll think you're just like this easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? They lose before they step in the ring, trying to look cool, like they own everything. You get what I'm saying? Like, they owe people money. They owe people a lot of favors. And they wrote checks a butt cannot cash. They wrote checks to bank accounts that never existed, basically. Because they got all ego, all prideful, all narcissistic, I'm freaking, Merlin, and I'm going to get this done. Like, really all hyped up, like they smoked a bunch of methamphetamines, and they got all grandiose, like, yeah, I can do this, oh. They do that stuff, man. They got whacked out on methamphetamines, blow their third eye out, and they think they see everything about you. There isn't nothing I haven't seen, especially being homeless for a year and a half, seeing the worst of the worst. I mean, like voodoo, witchcraft, Santeria, gang stalk, hardcore freaking, like, you go to sleep, you might not wake up, and they'll cover it up type stuff. Like, I've lived through that, guys, and I don't want you ever experience it, because you know what? A lot of time I ran on was fear. I didn't stand my ground and say, I know, I see you, I don't like you. I didn't do that. I was nice. I was like, yeah, it'll blow over, they'll stop one day. Eventually did, because my angels and my guides and my guardians all stepped in and said, you will not touch this anointed one. But if I would have stopped and confronted them and said, I see you, I know what you're doing, I'm standing in my power right now, it wouldn't have gone on that long. But this season, this part of my life, this part of your life, you stand up and you confront that evil. They depend on you to be meek, sleek, and just, no, show that side. Like, you can be balanced and you can do that. You have that feminine aspect, man. That masculine can come out real quick. Be like, nope, this is me. You will not mess with my happiness. And there's a lot of feminines in this world that'll do that too. Guarantee you that. Because you work too hard to let them impede on your happiness. Too long, too hard. You've sacrificed too much to give them a little inkling of subjugation. They feed on that. Oh, we can subjugate this guy. Oh, he's running in fear. Oh, he's making phone calls. He's texting all, like, just scared. Like, they feed off of that. And that's sick. That's so sick that they do that. Then they think their stuff's working. But I'll tell you, the greatest magic trick in this world is letting them think they win. Letting them think they win. That's the greatest magic trick, right? It's kind of like a bully, right? You make him think like he won or something like that. You just walk away, right? Hey, good, you got this, man. You just walk away. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm good. Because he was coming looking for a fight. You didn't give him a fight. You won. You didn't give him a fight. You don't have to get all physical to prove a point, right? my heart goes out to you guys, because I know that you might feel like you're under attack right now, but it's just giving God more ammunition to say, hey, you've touched my anointed one too long. I've given you chance after chance. Like, before they came back at you this time, they probably went to God and started saying, I'm sorry. I won't do it again, or I won't go around him. I won't go around her. I've learned my lesson. How can I make it up? But then they allowed the world to get to them, right? The people they owed came around. Remember that job you're supposed to do for me? Remember, you never got it done. Even though they just got done telling God, I'm sorry, I won't do it. But see, they didn't stand up for themselves. They folded to the pressures of who they owed. So they came back at you. They just slapped in God's face. They slapped God right across the face doing that. Saying, oh, I'm sorry, I won't ever do it. And then day goes by, people come back, remember that job you owe me? He just lied to God. That's called putting God first. They could have straight said, oh, man, I'm right with God. I can't do this. What else? Or give him back the money, but they already spent it. It's that real, guys. That's how it works. Then they're obligated to them. That's being obligated to the world. That's obligating yourself to the world so they can come back around and have you turn against God. Even though they just started getting a relationship again with God. Because they were tired of getting beat up by the Spirit. You know what I mean? Like, literally. You all know what I'm talking about now. I'm not talking about, like, literally God beating them up. Like, I'm saying that's an example, or anyways, you guys get it. And then they come at you because they're obligated to Joe Schmo over here because they promised they'd do something, but they couldn't get it done because you're chosen. See, and the cycle goes all over again. God gives them the chance to stop. He has given them chances over and over again. And you know it. God has given them chances over and over again. But then they'll come right back. Like they don't learn. But you know what? I have to say, if it wasn't for these people doing all this, I would have never got on and did a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? If I didn't get fed up and was like, I don't care what they think. I don't care about any of that anymore. I'm going to save others from the trouble I went through, and there ain't nothing they can do to stop me. If it wasn't for them, and I'm not saying, I built my everything on them, that I like giving them that credit. It's like, no, if it wasn't for people like that and what they do to the masses throughout this world, it doesn't just happen to me, it happens to everybody, anyone like us across the world. And I'm not going to allow anybody across the world to go through anything because they feed off of fear. Don't fear these people, man. They make games out of that. Don't fear them. But that's the part of you just want to get away from arguments. You don't want to start fights. You want to say hurtful things. And it takes a long time to cultivate who you are as a chosen one. It takes a long time. And then finally you get to that point to where, you know what, I don't care, but I know I won't say anything hurtful. I know I won't wish harm. All that stuff. You know where that threshold lies. And I can wholeheartedly say today that I don't care what they have gotten themselves into. They have gotten themselves into it. Was anybody there to help me get out of what I was going through besides God? No. So how am I supposed to sit there and be okay with them trying to hurt other people? I'm not going to be a bystander to other people being hurt. No, I won't. That's why I give you guys these nuggets of knowledge, of wisdom, of experiences, so you can better equip yourselves with the strength, the knowledge, the know-how, what to look for, how to confront, how to nip it in the bud before it starts, how to pour water on a fire. Because they don't deserve your energy, man. They don't deserve you running yourself ragged. Sometimes it's kind of like this, right? A lot of us grew up like, oh, you're a rat. Like what do they call it? Snitching, right? Or what, like, you're a rat, da-da-da. A lot of them depend on that sentence alone to affect the way that you speak out. They depend on that. They depend on you to be worried about what the world would think of you by speaking up and being honest. They depend on that. That's a tool in their toolbox. When they're off hurting you, they're like, oh, no, he won't say anything. No, he won't. No, he'll be a snitch. He don't want to be it. While they're off running circles around you, you can't sleep for days. You have to stand up at bus stops, because you're afraid people are going to stab you in the back or stab you while you're sleeping on the bus stop. It's that real. It's time to stop thinking about what the world thinks of you. What has the world done for you in respects to what you're going on right now? Think about that. Whose life's more important, you or the person gang stalking you, trying to hurt you in your home, trying to do all of these things? Who's more important? Because if you don't exist, you're not balanced, you're not in your power, nothing else flows correctly. Yeah. So stop worrying about what they're afraid of your knowledge. They're afraid of what you know. They're afraid of that, right? They're afraid of that. And that you'll wise up to the fact that you shouldn't care what the world thinks of. And you shouldn't care if you're a rat or a snitch or any of that. You shouldn't care. Because they put your life on the line real quick to save theirs. Know that. Just know that. Just know that. And you've shown them grace through God. You've shown them grace. You have a lot, and they've taken it to another level many, many times. All laughing in your face, all not caring. So you need to remember these things. So when it comes time to say no more, that's your fuel, dude. You know what I mean? I care about each and every person on this planet. Every person, even the ones who have gone against me. I care about them because somewhere along the line, they've owed somebody something. They've cared about the world thought of them. That they wrote checks at Butt Cat Cash, right? Or they wanted to fit in certain areas. They wanted to look like the big dog. Their ego, their pride, their narcissism. All this programming from the world that was embedded in them. That's what I blame. I blame that because in a lot of ways, I was like that. I was misguided a long time ago. But since I've gotten on my path, I've been on my path for years now. We're talking darn near almost a decade now, right? And God has chiseled all that stuff off of me. And I kept going, and I didn't allow it to attach back on, right? Until finally I'm the finished piece of work I am right now. Like, I don't care, dude. I'm gonna help other people not care what happens to their enemy. You know what I mean? And the thing is, we don't have enemies, guys. They come at us and become our enemies. They just want to be our enemies. They just want to. People hire them, or they don't like what we say or what we stand for. It's like they just get this wild hair, like, I'm going to be his enemy. He doesn't know me. He's never seen me. But I'm going to be his enemy. I'm going to waste my life to be his enemy. I'm going to wake up every day just so I can be his enemy. Really? Shouldn't you be off like wanting to build a house in Mexico to retire to, or go skiing in Alaska with your family, or like have kids, see them going to college, or like have a car of your own that you don't have to sell drugs to accomplish, or hurt anybody to get, or even to honeypot someone into owing you things, warped, just really, really warped. They just say, I'm going to be his enemy. I bet you they don't even know why. Just somehow along the way, just decide to be your enemy. That's going to be their life's purpose. They're going to waste 10, 15, 20 years just being your enemy. And you've never met them. You've never sat down, had a cup of coffee with them. never broke bread or anything like that. They just saw you and was like, yep, that's going to be my enemy. That's where I'm going to spend my every waking hour, my lifetime being is his enemy. Yeah, it's that real. People will literally waste their life to become your enemy. We don't make enemy. We don't. Most of the time, we don't even, we'll talk to 3 or 4 people as we walk down the street, right? I know you guys know this. You walk down the street, and those 3 or 4 people, you've helped either a cigarette, $1, or made them smile, right? That's all we do, right? Or you'll call family, you'll talk to family, stuff like that. But no, you don't ever set out to be anybody's enemy. You just, it almost dumbfounds you that people have enemies nowadays. There should be even room for enemies in this world. Isn't the world so bad off as it is that you would have to have an enemy? Isn't the world so screwed off that we should all run around and have enemies? What it is a lot of what that comes down to is the way to shut ourselves off from the world. It's like tunnel vision. I only see this, everything else just falls off. Tunnel vision. We keep our eye on Jesus, right? They keep our eye on us. And then their whole world evolves around us. Every move they make, every step that they take, literally is evolved around us. Crazy, right? We're up here trying to create things and live life, make people happy, help the homeless, help the world as a whole. And their aspirations in this lifetime is enemy. Dang it, when they go fill out an application at QFC or Safeway, right? What'd you do for the last 15 years? I was such and such's enemy. You have a resume for that? What's a resume? That's basically what it's like. What special skills do you have? Gang stalking, poisoning food, making fake accounts. They don't realize how much they're ruining their lives trying to ruin yours. How much of their life slipping away so that they can hopefully try to have your life slip away, which it won't. They think chosen is a catchphrase. They think that's just a quote unquote catchphrase. That they don't believe that it even is possible. But they somehow believe in spirituality. In order to do witchcraft or anything like that, you have to believe in spirituality. You have to believe in the spirit, right? So that's not a cop-out, dude. They know better. They literally know better. So even them knowing that you're chosen, see, they'll send a bunch of people who don't do the homework. They'll just send them in there with a lie. Hey, go get him. He's this. That's what he does. Remember when your mom left you in the desert and left you? That's what he did to his kid. Go get him. That's what they do. They'll send another person's soul in like what do they call that? They call that as a decoy. Over and over again, testing you over and over again. All these people. What goes on up here with these types, man? What? They should really research chosen, definite, do that. 20 minutes of research would have saved them years. Kind of like Geico. Just know if you're just walking in yours, guys, you'll be okay. You'll truly be okay. This witchcraft, all that, if you come at it with love, like I come at you with love right now, really I do. This might be coming out as abrasive or intense or whatever the energy I'm throwing out. No, this is rooted in love. This is purely rooted in love. This is not to defame people, to downpeg people, anything no, this is love because I protect my chosen ones. I love my chosen ones because we go through enough already in life. And no one ever tells us how to protect ourselves. We have to learn that on our own. You know what I mean? So I myself, I am here, and God tells me to protect my chosen ones. And I don't care which way I have to come out with the information. I'm going to come out with the information. Because I care about you. I don't even see your face. I care about you. If you're chosen, you know you are, I care about you. I would not throw you on the bus. I would not put you in the wrong direction. I care about what happens to your soul. Yeah, I had to learn a lot of this, guys, on my own. I had no teacher but God. You get what I'm saying? This stuff, I had to learn the hard way. So if it comes out the hard way, it's because it's time for us to lace up our bootstraps and don't give two F's anymore. Don't speak harm into existence, but know you will stand no more for this. It's the energetic, like, you don't have to be a big old, because they're not worried about size. They're off in the background doing, but a bunch of other people doing spell work without you even seeing them. Get kind of, that's how their energy comes from. That comes from way out there when you're just you. So yeah, that's your energy. You're matching that. Like, I see you. That's the way it's like that. Give it right back to him, dude. You know what I mean? That's all you do. You stand your ground, saying this is the way I don't want to be treated. You don't treat me the proper way. You don't treat people that you send at me the proper way. This will happen no more. It's that, yeah. You know, you're done eating that energy, chewing it up and spitting it back out, alchemized. You're done with that. You're just stopping it right after, boom, no more. I'm done with you. Nope. Go find your information somewhere else. Go find whatever you're trying to seek somewhere else. You know what I mean? This is our season, guys, for real. We're done with all this stuff. We're truly done with it. And I have said nothing hurtful on this at all to send. This comes out of love. And God knows it. And yes, there are ops that watch my videos to look at me and read my energy. And no, this comes out of love. And I hope, you know what I hope? I hope the ops finds their hearts, finds their, really have a happy place. Turn around and go do something else. Go be productive. I am chosen. We are chosen. We will not be hurt. You will not hurt God's chosen and anointed ones. You won't do it. You have made bad decisions. You chose to go up against God's chosen ones, and you're going to lose every time. Somebody should have been honest with you and telling you who we were before they sent you at us. I feel bad for a lot of those who have come at chosen ones because they were lied to. They were strung about, manipulated. So no, I tell you all, the ones, self-proclaimed ops, go somewhere else and do something better with your life. You know you can. You won't get anything here. You won't. You won't get any energetic anger, no nothing. You won't. I'm let down. I really am. I feel let down by the way that the office has been treating people. Do you like to be treated this way? Do you like to be treated the way you treat people? Do you get a kick out of being treated that way to yourself? Ask yourself that. Do you like being hurt? Do you like being stalked? Do you like people astral projecting into your home and trying to haunt you and stuff? Do you enjoy that? Do you love that? Is that something you enjoy every day? Or would you like a life free from that? Because you can be free from that if you just step away, go make good with God, and break away from those people that you've so indebted to. It can be done. Honestly, the greatest reward comes from confronting and accomplishing the greatest feats. And that's in a positive way, not, don't think backwards with that one. You know what I'm saying? I wish everybody the best. Love, light, happiness, If you're misguided, find your way. Find God. He'll show you the light. He'll show you the way. He'll show you the life and the way, because he has both. And you know it. And those who are under attack right now, don't worry, you'll be okay. Stand your ground. Don't show fear. You have no reason to fear. You're chosen. You're loved. Know that. You have nothing to fear. And to those who just find themselves now as being chosen, just know whatever you experience is for a reason. Learn what you can from it. Don't let it drag out. Remember to stand in your power, what you represent, what you stand for. Stand in that. And for those who know that people are getting attacked or whatnot, stay away from people like that. Stay away from people who do dark magic, dark work like that. Because you know what? They'll take you down along with them. Real easy. If not, throw you under the bus in front of them. Or they'll steal an item from you, and when you're dispensable, they don't need you no more, they'll start doing spell work on you. And you know it. You know it, because you've either done it to other people, so you know it's possible. You know, this world doesn't have to be unified, but we can treat people better with more love and more compassion. I know we as human beings have not gone so far down the spectrum that we're not capable of respecting one another and understanding that everybody is special in their own way. We are chosen. We're here to help build, not destroy. Know that. Don't be scared of something you don't understand. If you want to understand, look on YouTube. You might even know that you might even think you're chosen. And if somebody found out you were chosen or they know it, it's the reason why you've been treated the way you've been treated. This is all knowledge, guys. I'm not casting this to swine. I know that people out there are receptive to this, and they can take it and really grow, become better, stronger. It's a battle out there, guys. It is. But stay strong. Stand in your power, man. Stand in your power. You know. Anyways, I was just going to say something, but yeah, guys, it's been a good video. And I want to let you guys know that you'll be okay. You will. I'll be back with more videos, but this needs to be said, especially with a full moon. They're throwing a lot of things at you. And I'll say it for you guys, that you can outlast anything they throw at you. Just not just monetarily, but emotionally, spiritually. They won't touch you. They won't. Make it look like they are, but they won't. You've come a long ways. I'm proud of you. A long ways. God exists. Jesus died on the cross for us, so we can be on this earth, walking upright, justly. You know, I appreciate you and the energy you show up in. And know I'm here for you. All right? Take care, guys. God bless. Praise Jesus.